Welcome back. So we near the completion of our 8-week program, so we're up to week 7. So I'll get you to grab your notes out. We're looking at the guided meditation section, which is one of my favourites. So I will be guiding you through a relaxation meditation and then a guided meditation for you to do at home. So I need you to really focus and re-clear your mind on this particular segment. I'll talk you through the pages now, and then we're going to go into some guided meditation, which you won't need your notes for. I'll be word for word with the notes, so you'll have those notes anyway. But I'm just going to talk you through a bit of guided meditation and what it does for you. So meditation brings inner peace to ourselves and the world in a positive spiritual way. It brings peaceful thoughts and clarity to our mind. It is one of the best ways to recognise and to transform any negative thoughts into positive ones. It helps us to listen to our subconscious mind and to nurture the natural qualities within. It is also the perfect way to relax the entire body and the mind. So we talked about subconscious mind and conscious mind a few weeks ago at the beginning of the course. And the subconscious mind is heard clearer when we actually do our meditation. So a minimal amount of meditation I normally suggest is 20 minutes, and that can be done once a week, preferably on a regular basis. However, a lot of people find it's a time thing for them. And also being able to do meditation is very hard for a lot of people. So I normally suggest 5 minutes a day to work your way up to 20 minutes every couple of days. And again, if you find it's hard, just do once a week if you can. That way then it just starts to clear the mind to make proper decisions in your life, the positive ones, all through your subconscious mind. So everything's filtered through with your choices that you will be making through your subconscious mind via the meditation side of things. So you'll find once you start to meditate, you're in a meditative state, you'll find you'll start to get answers to questions. Your mind will be going full steam ahead. However, you need to quiet your mind as best you can, and I'm going to guide you through that to be able to meditate properly. So how do we meditate? Well, I recommend sitting in a comfortable upright chair with feet flat on the floor, or sitting on the floor in a comfortable upright position, maybe up against a wall, for example. We place our hands on our lap, either in a mudra position, which is placing your thumb and your index finger on your thumb and middle finger together, with the palms facing up and your palms sitting on your lap. I don't encourage lying down for meditation. It is possible to fall asleep. And that can be quite dangerous if you're in a meditative state, depending how deep you are. The deeper you are, it can actually lead to relaxation. However, when you do go into sleep, it can cause some issues when you wake up. You might be less grounded, and I'm going to talk about grounding at the end of the meditation, what that means. So you'll probably feel a bit all over the place and a bit hairy-fairy. So if you do your meditation, you want to be clear, you want to be using it as a tool to go to sleep, but you do your meditation prior to going to sleep if you're using it for relaxation. If you're using it for relaxation, meditation, and it's a very light relaxation, just relaxing the body before you go to sleep, that's okay to lie in a position and going straight to sleep. However, if you're going to a deep meditation state, I do recommend you sitting upright so it keeps you more alert. So where and what do we use for meditation? The ideal place is in a quiet spot, for example, in a garden or in a part of your home that's nice and quiet where you're not interrupted. So you wear loose clothing and remove your shoes if possible and your socks. You can use incense, an oil burner or a candle as a meditation aid. However, always make sure when you're doing that, if you're using candles, make sure they're in a great big jar so you don't let them drop. They can't drop in any way, they can't fall over in any way. So from a safety point of view, I normally use the flickering candles that actually you press a button and they flicker, and they're battery operated. Much more safer if you're going into a deep meditative state. You don't necessarily have to use candles. A lot of people like to use them to focus before they close their eyes. Some people keep their eyes open through meditation, which is fine. Then you can use a proper candle, but if you're closing your eyes, I do recommend either a candle in a great big jar that cannot fall over and put it up somewhere high. Otherwise, use one of those flickering candles that you can buy all over the place. They're quite popular. And same goes for incense. If you're using incense or oil burners, you make sure that they're in a safe area that they can't light up in any way, cause a fire. So avoid any background music if you possibly can, even meditation music. It'll actually, with meditation, we will be performing it in heightening your senses, so you'll need it to be completely quiet at that time when we do that. So I normally recommend absolute no noise. But if you're just doing a basic relaxation, well, you can have some light noise in the background. I used to say quiet noise or light noise, something that relaxes you. So how often should we meditate? Well, like I said at the beginning, starting with 5 to 10 minutes daily at a time, and the best time that suits your lifestyle. I normally recommend meditating first thing in the morning, as this will set you up for the rest of the day in a positive mindset, and it will clear your mind for the rest of the day. As you practice, it becomes easy, then positive minds, then you'll work your way up to 20 minutes if that suits your lifestyle. Some people do it for an hour. Again, that suits your lifestyle. If that's great, the longer the better. However, again, it's completely up to you what you can tolerate. You don't want your mind going all over the place in the last 30 minutes. It's quality, not quantity. So if you get a good solid meditation in 30 minutes, stop at that. If you find your mind starts to wander after the 30 minutes, that's when you need to stop. The best attitude to have with meditation is to be very patient with yourself. Having a sense of expectation or immediate positive result can create uncomfortable pressure and take away the enjoyment of this wonderful experience. Be kind and gentle. That is what meditation is all about. So it's not a physical exercise, okay? It's a mental exercise, so it's gentle on your mind, which means to be gentle on every other part of your body. So you don't want to make it as a tool that you have to do it. It's something that you want to do and you feel that you need it. It's something that you really want to nourish your body, mind and soul, so you need to have a good attitude about it. And a lot of people find that meditation is too hard. Well, it's only hard because you've said that. We need to change your mindset first, like we did in those beginning affirmations. So maybe this is one of those affirmations that you've chosen to be able to meditate. And now you should be at that mindset, I am going to meditate and I will meditate. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go into a 20-minute of meditation. And this is where you'll put your notes away and you'll go into a comfortable spot. So I'll get you to do that now and pause if you need to, and then I'll be going straight into it. So we'll start with relaxation. So you're sitting in your position. I want you to take a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out from either the mouth or the nose. Count to 4 as you breathe in and hold. Hold your breath for 2 counts, and then count to 4 as you breathe out. So just focusing on your breath to start with, getting that rhythm happening, getting used to that deep breathing and holding, doing that for a few moments before we start the relaxation and the visualization. So we're going to begin at your feet. As you breathe out slowly, relax all tension in your feet and toes. Tighten them, then relax them into the floor. Do this a few times. Squeeze, relax, squeeze and relax. Focusing on your breath at the same time. Now let's move up to your calf muscles. Again, removing the tension in this area as you breathe in and out. So squeeze your calf muscles and then relax your calf muscles. Do this a couple of times, slow. I want it to be gentle. I don't want you to squeeze those muscles like you're going to end up cramping. I need you to give them a slight tension and then release. and try and use it through a rhythmic part of your breath to release that tension. Move up to your knees and thighs. Take any tension out with a few deep breaths. Squeeze your thighs and then release and let go. Do this a couple of times. Using your breath, breathing in through the nose, hold, and breathe out through the mouth. Work your way up to your hips and your lower back. Scan any area that feels tense and let it go with your breath. Squeeze your hips together and release it. Try to avoid squeezing your lower back. It's very hard to do, but try to relax that lower back as much as possible into the chair or wherever you're sitting. Using your breath, breathing in through the nose, fill the lungs full of oxygen and breathe out through the mouth. Move your way up to your belly and feel it rise and fall with each long breath. So I just want you to focus on the rise and fall of your belly. You're not squeezing anything here. Okay, there's all your organs on the inside. We don't want to put any undue attention on these internal organs. So just feel the breath rise and fall through your belly. Work your way down your arms to the palms and fingertips, feeling any tension in the muscles, and they'll melt away. So just squeeze your arms really tight, your shoulders, your arms, your forearms, and then let go. Just work on your arms to start with, and then let go. A couple of times with your breath, and then as you've done a few of those, squeeze your fingers and your hands together, so clench your hands into a fist, and then release. Do this a couple of times. Again, don't tighten too much. I need you to just a little bit of tension with a little bit of a closed fist, and then release a few times. Deep breathing. So we feel your way up your spine to your neck and each body part on the way up. Take some deep breaths and let go of any tension in those areas. So this is more focusing on your breathing. Feel any tension in your spine, in your skeletal system, all those bones, any tension. Just focus on your breath to release any tension in those areas. Now make your way up to your shoulders. You can squeeze your shoulder blades together and then release a couple of times with your breathing. We tend to carry a lot of tension here, so spend a bit more time on your neck and your shoulders, feeling the relaxation process, releasing and letting go of the tension with your breath, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. So squeeze your shoulder blades back and down and then release. Don't put any unduly tension onto your neck, so let your neck relax. And your shoulders are doing the work for you. Even raise your shoulders up towards your ears and then let them drop behind your shoulder blades. So rise and fall and push them down further each time. This will create space between your ear and your shoulder. Using your breath, deep breathing. So you work your way up to your ears, then your jaw. So through your head area, your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, then the top of your head. So use some deep breathing, clench your jaw, and then release. Just do that once. Don't do that too many times. We don't want to cause a headache. So just to release that tension, you'll just tighten it and then release it once. And then just feel everything else relax. Eyelids are nice and heavy. Your cheeks just falling away to the side. Your forehead is nice and relaxed. Deep breathing, just focus on your whole head area, relaxing. So do a scan of your body, your whole body, and how are you feeling right now? Is there any tension anywhere? We've relaxed your whole body, so if you can feel any tension, let go. We are now going into the guided meditation side of it. So just focus on your breath. And I want you to visualize yourself sitting under a beautiful tree in springtime. The biggest tree you've ever seen. You can smell the beautiful fragrance of the new flowers and buds around you. The tree has buds coming out into the most beautiful flowers you can ever imagine. How big are these buds? How clear are they in their colour? Just focus on the buds and the colour. Look up at the tree and see how beautiful and strong it looks. Smell the buds and the bark of the tree. Then feel the texture of the tree roots below you. Take a few minutes to really experience these strong senses of the feeling of the root texture, the smell of the buds, the look of the tree. How does it make you feel? What can you see? What can you smell? What can you feel? And what can you hear? Can you hear those buds just flowing in the air, in the springtime air? The wind up against the tree, flowing side to side. Focus on your breathing at the same time and this beautiful visual experience of the biggest tree you've ever seen that you're sitting under. When you are ready, feel the energy from the tree radiate inside of you now. You are receiving grounding energy from this beautiful tree. Take some deep breaths and visualize yourself and the tree as one. Your legs are the roots grounded into the earth. Your body is the strong tree trunk. Your arms are the branches and the fingertips of the buds. You feel strong and grounded. Now return your energy and your attention to your breath and your body where you are now, where you're sitting. Take a few deep breaths. Clench your hands and your feet a few times and open your eyes. Make sure to return to the day slowly for the first few minutes once you've meditated and finished. Drink lots of water and eat wholesome, nutritious food straight after your meditation and enjoy this feeling. So how are you feeling now? Do you feel energized? Do you feel relaxed? Every single time you do this, you're going to feel something different. Okay, so it would be a good idea to journal what you're feeling each time you do this guided meditation. Do this for a few times. It's taken 20 minutes, slightly less, because I sped up through this a little bit, but I think that if we focus on the visualization side of it, you've done the relaxation, then you've got the guided meditation, which is the visual of the tree. So we've got some homework here. You've got the 10-minute relaxation notes, which is the first part, and then the other part, which is the other 10 minutes, which is about 15 minutes. So you've got quite a bit of time there to go through both the guided meditation and the visualization. You can even use this where you actually audio record yourself talking you through this. So that's another great idea, to listen to your own voice and your own relaxation notes. So your homework is to practice the relaxation meditation for 5 to 10 minutes daily. So the first section, even if you cut it down to 5 minutes, it's a 10-minute relaxation, but you can cut it down if you need to. Do it yourself. Once you feel confident, move on to include the guided tree grounding meditation. You can bring in other senses through visualization, which is your sight, smell, and touch. The more you practice, the stronger your senses will become. So it's really important to practice those senses. Okay, so you've got your your see, which is your visualization of the tree. You've got your smell, which is the smell of the buds of the tree. You've got your touch, which will touching the roots of the tree. See, you've got so many senses here we can work with, and once we work with them more and more, they'll become easier to work with. You'll feel and hear more coming through with your subconscious mind telling you what you need to be doing, and you become more energized and more radiant with your auric energy, your energy field around you, which is something I talk about more in the 4-week online program with your auric energy and how that works. So it's really good to be able to do this visualization work on a daily basis to really help clear your mind, relax you, get you started for the day. If not, you can do it at the end of the day as well. So depending which one you want to do, morning or night. Once a day is maximum. You don't need to do any more than that. So I'll leave you with that, and I look forward to our next session.